Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by my channel. Today is hashtag 50 stack challenge number 8 with Crafty Cat at I was going to say at Crafty Cat USA, but I don't think she uses that anymore. So just Crafty Cat, Amy. And the challenge for this week is number 27, which is a doily, and number 28, which is needle and thread. These are ones that she's drawn her prompts from her paper bag, which were given to her by her subscribers. And so, yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to do anything really complicated because I just didn't really have time. But I wanted to get a video out for you guys this week. Should be on Wednesday, but I had to get that journal done that I was making for my niece. So I'm going to do something simple with the doily because I really love, and I never take the time to make any, where you take the doily and you fold it over the top of the envelope. Now I just pulled out a coffee dyed envelope out of my stash, and that gets glued to this section here. And you can use different sizes too. Like this is kind of nice, coffee dyed. I don't have very many coffee dyed things left right now. I'm running out of them. So this doily would be smaller on here, but that may be the look that you like also. Now this one doesn't have a center section like this. This is just the plain doily here. So you may want to, on this side, do the decorating if you want to add more to it. But I just don't, what do I want to do? I don't really have a bunch of stuff to decorate with out. I didn't think of that. But let me see what I have. Leftovers. I have a window. This one might work. It's a tiny little window here. And there's a little bird there. That does not show very well, though, on that coffee dyed paper. Let's see if I could find something to lay underneath that, show through. Of course, at that point, well, it doesn't matter because this has got pink on it too. So there's like a little window, something under that where the flowers show through. That's kind of cute. I like that. I think I need to get, what was I going to say? I forgot. But the thought is gone. I'm not sure what I was going to do. Well, maybe I should glue this down on here. Might be a little bit hard to cut out, though. The window is not really straight. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go up higher. No, darn it. I wanted one of those roses like inside this part of the window. Like in here, but it's not going to work that way. No, those are too lined up. All right, we'll just go with this one. All these decisions. I'm just going to glue. I think I'll just kind of tack it down. I made a little stopper, a bead with the, whoops, that's not, that did not stay attached. I thought that was going to glue together there. Yeah, maybe it needs a re-glue. But I kept losing my pen yesterday working on that journal, and birds upside down. Okay, I just need to cut it here and like here. And I kept losing the pan, and then I dropped it on the floor. I think it was, I did that in a video. Said I'd go get my magnet out, and it's like the magnets you get at the auto parts store. They have this long stem on them. I don't know where it is right now. But, so I swept up a whole bunch of trash and on the floor. I hope that's short enough. I don't think so. Yeah, I swept up the trash, and then I put that through it and got my needle. Thank goodness it didn't go under something. Usually I lose things that go underneath. All right, let me just glue this down. To that backing. I need a wet wipe. Oh. And I was working with the black, hold on, let me get that in there. It's going to dry out. Black fabric. And I had to clean up some glue. And I was using one of these that is dry. And it left lint all over that black paper. I was just not a happy camper. So, okay. So let's say if we put this on there. So let's just go ahead and dab this with a little glue so it won't move around. I hope everybody's doing well. It's been hot here, hot, like 85, but I think it's supposed to get in the 90s. Dabbing a little glue here and there. But it was humid, and last night we had quite a rainstorm. I didn't even know it was going to rain. It started about, I don't know, late, like 9:30, 10. And I just went to bed. I'm like, okay, well, if there's a tornado, hopefully somebody will warn me. Maybe my phone will wake me up. I don't know. Oh, got a little gnat. Let's see, and what else has been going on? I'm trying to work on, I have a laundry room that's really, well, I've lived here 15, well, I think it's 16 years in November. And I have a laundry room that I've never done any work to it since we moved in. Since I moved in. And this house, they added on several times throughout the years. And that looks not even, oh, I think I put the circle in the wrong, darn it, I wasn't paying attention. Oh well, too late. I didn't line it up with the circle being at the bottom. Anyway, so this room, laundry room, is huge. It's real skinny. It's like 8 foot wide, and it's 22 feet long. That was added on at one point. I think it was a carport at one time. So anyway, the back of the house that used to be the back of the house is still there. They built on to the back of the house, and they left the back of the house there. And they also, during that time, they left a window that faced to the inside of my house. And so I've had that since removed and drywalled in. And so now I want to do the laundry room, but I want to do it in a rough, like slats or something, because the walls are very uneven. It has the old, what is it called? Shiplap, you know, that wood that connects together. And it's still back there in the back. Oh, you guys, I am pooped out on decorating, I'll tell you. Oh, little kitties might be cute. I don't know. I'm wasting time doing this. I wanted to get moving along. Can't find anything sitting here. No, it's just, maybe I need to ink this. It's just not, it wasn't showing up. I've only got one bird there. It's hard to figure out if it's facing up or down. I'm just going to leave these kind of floating. I'm not going to glue that part down. But I'm trying to find something to put there. No. Too white. Let's see. I got more butterflies here. Maybe something a little more dramatic. I feel like I want to center that. And I never saw that bird. I could have used that in the Sometimes I just forget what I have. Okay. I don't know if I want to put it on top. I think this is one of those German scraps that Jody sent. Or, I don't know, but anxiety awareness. That's what I need on my table all the time, so I'm aware of it. Well, the birds are kind of cute, but they're not very cute birds in here. Yeah. Well, I think I like that little bird on there. I have other birds somewhere else, but all right, I kind of like this bird. I wish she was a little more like this color, but unless I use that one, I guess I could. It's like a branch coming out. Let's see how if I do it like that. It's like a branch behind it. That'll work. All I have to do is put a little bit of ink. I guess this doesn't have a lot of ink because I used it for some of the things in the last journal, but I don't want to add ink because if I did, it would be way too much. All right, so let's do him coming out of there like a okay. This is not at all what I had planned. I had planned just to put the doily on and put a flower or something. Not a big to-do. Yeah, I did. Wasn't sure if I glued him. Okay, so there's prompt 28 for a moment, or 27 is the doily. Unless I figure out something else I want to do. But yeah, I like the doilies over the top of those envelopes. I think they're cute. Put my anxiety away, my butterflies. All right. Another butterfly. I had so much stuff out because I was working on that journal nonstop. I mean, hours at a time to get it in the mail, and it's gone. I just saw the mailman pick it up. So I have to send my sister a picture with the postage on it so she knows it's on the way. It's going to get there in time, I think. So that's the main thing. Okay, now that was the doily little bit that I did. And I figured this is cute. I'll have it for a piece of ephemera, and you know, anytime I need just a little something like that. I think it looks okay. There's a little doily. Could I put that on there somehow? That'd be too many things. 1, 2, 3, 4. Have to find something else. I might do that though. I might do that. Okay. And I gotta make another space for doilies. They're getting all crunched up. Okay, so now on to sewing. Well, let's do, I wanted to make a little flower. And I was gonna use this piece of fabric because it has to be kind of long, and I don't have, let's see, I don't like that edge. To cut that away. But I'll save it because you never know, you might want to use it on the edge of something. I just sewed this over when I was doing the cross stitch, and this piece here, I messed it up so bad. I mean, I lost count, and if you lose count, sometimes you just cannot recover. I mean, unless you want to take it all out, and I didn't. And I did this many years ago as well, not recent. So when I got into journaling, I decided to cut it up and use it. So I'm going to measure this 1.5 wide. Doesn't have to be perfect. Speaking of the ruler, I learned a little thing the other day. I even subscribed to this little, I don't know what kind of website, but it has like just little things that you never think of on it. And I only watched the one about the ruler, but I want to go back and watch some more. But the first, you know how like you have a ruler? I don't have one handy. Let me see. Just so everybody has this knowledge. Here's one. They always usually leave this about 1/4 of an inch or so on the ends. And there's no purpose for that other than when your ruler gets, like most of the rulers back in the day were wood, and they would all get chipped and messed up. Well, if you started your number 1, let's say, or your 0 here, in a year or two, you wouldn't be able to measure correctly because you would be losing all this. So this is enough space that allows you to lose, whether it's plastic or whatever on the edge. I thought that was kind of cool because I always get mad because there's that extra, you know. Now this one, it doesn't have very much at all, but then it's got metal strips, so maybe that's why. But it has a little bit, but not a lot for denting up or breaking. Anyway, that's my lesson on that today. My little piece of trivia. All right, I'm going to take this off. Don't need that. Did I throw that other piece away? Oh, maybe. Keep those two, you never know. Okay, so now this fabric here is like it's a linen, and but you can do it with muslin. I just didn't have a long enough piece of muslin to do it. And we're going to fold it over like so, and I'm almost feel like I'm going to have to do 2 of these and put them together, but we're just going to fold it over. Just going to finger press this. So we should have like 3/4 of an inch once it's folded. And then we're going to take a needle and thread and find a needle that one's sharp. If I can get the needle thread. This is just some old vintage. It's like a crochet thread, I guess, probably. And I'll put a knot on the end, so I don't think it'll matter. Okay, so if you don't have, or you don't want to hand sew it, which I probably wouldn't, just because the way this is going to be used, the hand sewing doesn't really have any effect on it. So I'm just going to go do the in and out like that. Knots and everything. Every time you get on a video, everything goes weird. I haven't done any hands. Oh, come on. Where are you stuck? Right back there? Okay. My eyes aren't seeing anything anymore. Okay, so I'm going to put you on pause. I'm going to sew this down, and then I'll be back and show you the next step. Hold on. Okay, so I'm at the end of this, and I'm going to tie a knot because we're not going to gather this. It looked like that's what I would do, but I'm not going to gather it. So I'm just going to put a knot in here. I've had really a good time getting knots in here, so this should knot up fine. I've been here a few minutes doing this, which should have taken about a minute. Okay, now I'm not sure how much this is going to give me for the flower, but I've got 18 inches, and I thought if I have to, I will have to do this again and add to it, but we'll see how far this goes. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do, and you can glue this if you want with fabric tack or any glue that you have that glues fabric together, but make sure that it's fairly close to the edge because this part here is going to be the flower part. And I don't know if I told you, but this is number 28, needle and thread. If that's what that's, doesn't really say that because you can't read my writing, but, and then we're going to take this and we're going to clip it about every 1/4 of an inch or less. And you want to clip it pretty much as close as you can get to the sewing thread or your glue, that it so it won't go, you know, through. So I'm going to just keep going this way with the 1/4 of an inch, and then I'll put you on pause and finish that. Hold on. Okay, so now they're all clipped, and it should look like this, going around like that. But before we get ready to put it onto a little circle that I cut out here, we're going to use that as a base, and it's going to go around it like this. And I don't have a hot glue gun, so I hope that I can get my glue to stick well enough because I don't have my glue gun available. So before we do that, one of these drawers has the right equipment. So before we do that, I got this little sanding block I just bought it at Dollar Tree. This is kind of the foam that you need to make the same thing I have here. I think it's dense, and it's not quite as dense as this is. So anyway, you're going to take this and then you're just going to rough it up, sand it back and forth to give until your threads start to come apart, come off the, you know, edges to make it look more rustic looking, I guess. I don't know how good the sanding is, the sandpaper. But I thought it would, for $1 or 25 or whatever they charge, it would be good for sanding napkins at least, right? And this I saw on one of the channels, and I want to say Sarah something Armstrong. I don't know. I can't remember. Every time I watch her, I can't remember channel name. Okay, so this is going to go to the outside of this circle. I don't know if this guy's going to work today. Let's see. This one, I'm going to go ahead and put it all the way around, almost, because this glue will take hold pretty quickly, but it doesn't dry as fast. should have my little round turntable thingy. My cutting mat. Okay. I don't know how far this is going to go, but it would be great if 18 inches were enough. Okay, and now we're going just to go back over this part, I believe. I don't know, she might have went trying to like go in a little bit so that there's a level here of, you have to have glue. And we just keep going around until there's nothing left, but I'm having more than I wanted to have left. I mean, I need more. Is that what I meant? What I said? I don't know what I said. So I think this is like a 2-inch circle base. So I would go, maybe, would I do 18? Maybe 28. 10 more inches would go around to the very center. But I think it makes the cutest flower. And you have to have a fabric that will fluffy, you know, like a muslin or something that will break apart when you sand it or whatever. Okay, so I don't have enough, so what I would do in that case is I would find a flower or something, a button. If I have one big enough. It's big enough, but I don't know if I want that. It's a wax seal I did the other day. Nope. Let me a button that size would be, you need a little bit bigger than that. I just saw a button, and where did I see it? Because I'm like, oh, there's one I didn't know about. Where was it? I thought it was in here. It was one of these handmade buttons. Oh, that just gets so annoying when I can't remember where things are. I don't think I have any. Oh, that brown button would look cute. But I don't know if it would match anything. Another, that's kind of cute. That wax ring. Or depending on what you're gonna use it on, you could put anything. Or you can go a little larger and fill the whole thing in and then put something small in the middle. I wish because it was a butterfly, but it was a white one. No, that'll go. Actually, I think I like this black wax ring. This is kind of cute, but unless I fill it with resin, I'm not really crazy about it. Yeah, I think it, because of the color I chose, this is kind of a dark, yeah, I think I'm going to put that at the bottom, or in the middle. Oh, this is the other color. I'm like, what happened to my knob that I just made? This is Weld, what's it called? Weld something. Weld Bond from Hobby Lobby. I think they have it at Walmart also, but I think Kathy said it was more expensive at Walmart. But it works good. It works really good on everything. I just glued this whole piece on with it, and there was no issues. So there's my little sewing project. And I had one more. You can do this with lace or fabric. Let's see what happened. Because I liked doing it with fabric, and I would cut it in sections when I got done, and it makes little tabs if you want that look. So basically, let me just put that there. So I fold the lace in half, or however you want to fold it. You'll see what I'm going to do in a second here. I'm sure you've seen me do it in the past. So I'm just going to weave this in and out of here. I wonder if I needed to go up a little bit more. I mean, this is something that you would think, oh, I can do this on the edge of a page. I can put come on, let's not fight. Sometimes this lace is hard to handle, and you get in a place where the needle doesn't go through because it's stitched so heavy. I'm thinking, if I think back, I used to go in a little bit this way, maybe even as a ½ inch in, because part of this makes a tab, so this would not be very deep, be skinnier. I've got to go get a haircut, you guys. I can't, darn it, I can't stand my hair. It's in my eyes, and I have an appointment on the 16th, but I don't know if I can wait that long. Come on, go in, go in. So we'll see. I don't think I should sew on camera. When I sew in the evenings, I have bright lights. I I don't have magnifying glass. Yeah, I do. I have magnifying glasses. And they go on top of my prescription glasses, which is great because that's what's, you know, your prescription you need for your eyes. It's not, in my case, it's not for just close-up. Like you could go to Dollar Tree and buy close-up lenses. All right, so then once you do that, you take this and you open it and you put it on the side of your page. Looks like I cut that a little too short. Because where I measured it. And so this little part sticks out of your book page. But if I had sewn in a little farther, there'd be more sticking out. But it still gives that nice effect. And then when you open the page, you're going to have this little piece of lace on here and the other side. So this is fun too to do with fabric, because the fabric has a wrong side, and so when you do it this way, there's no wrong side on here. They're both on the right side, so it looks nice. And then you could do the same thing with something like this. I was going to show you, but I think I'll just demo it. But it would be on your page something like this. After you've sewn along here, and this part will stick out of your page and look decorative. And then this part here, if you want, you could, like in this case, most of the time they're, you know, like square, but then you could glue all of this, and this could be a tuck on this side of the page, and you glue down here. So you have a little tuck. And then the other side, yeah, would be the same thing. So this would be a pocket. So if you glued here and across and up again, you've got a cute little pocket right there. So that's just some ideas that I've had and I've done. I just never think to do them again. I'm going to have to do that. Just take pieces of fabric and lace and things like that. I mean, you can glue on the lace on the outside like that, but I think it's fun when you can open it and you have another little piece of lace right behind it, and this little bit peeks out of the edge. So I guess that's it for today. If you guys get a chance to go look at other people that are doing this challenge, you just have to enter hashtag 50 stack challenge, all one word, 8, and those will be the people that are participating in this little project that Amy's aware of. She said yesterday, or you know, in her video, that, you know, if you're doing this, then let her know, because she'd like to know and be able to go watch your videos also. All right, guys, have a great day, and I guess I'll see you. This is coming Thursday, so I guess I'll see you Friday, if everything goes well. I'll probably work on. Oh, we got the junk journal to work on. Yeah, I want to find some. I hope I can find some cool thing to work with on that, but we'll see. All right, have a great day. Bye bye.